For today's project, it's going to be a small one. We're going to work with flowers. And I'll show you how to make them. I've already made too many. I'll explain as we go. So I went ahead and cut way too many wires because this was going to be a big project, but I put the wrong thing in my Amazon cart. So I will redo it with aluminum wire. But today, this is what we're using. KC Gold and silver 22 gauge wire. These wires are cut exactly 20 inches long, and this is how we're going to make our flowers. I'm going to fold the wire in half like that. I'm going to grab a 4mm bicone. I'm choosing clear, and I'm going to slide that down and give it a little pinch. Now we're going to pick up a flower. I will put these in the description box, a few things. And I'm going to slide the flower, right on. Pull it all the way up and give it a tug. Find the wire that's being the troublemaker right there. It's not that one. There we go. So now we're going to pick up 5 bicones and put them for the first leaf. So what we're going to do with this project, with these flowers, we're going to make a bonsai. I know I've made a few. If you're new here, go to the playlist. You'll see what I just recently created on the most beautiful vase in the whole world. Today, we're going to keep it really simple. So after you get the first leaf on, I'm going to throw in about 5 twists like that. And take the longest wire and put on 5 bicones. Like that. I'll slide them down a little bit. Bring your wire right up to the twists and twist on your leaf like that. Now it looks like that. Pretty enough. Easy enough. Now your wires are the same length pretty much. I'm going to put some more twists in like that later on, or now, when we make our tree. We're going to bend these all up. So now we're going to do it again. Now the way I've done my flowers, I'll show you. I've done them all the same. I'm using 2 different kinds of flowers, and on one I only put 1 leaf. And the reason being is I am twisting them, and I'll show you the setup. I'll take 1. They don't have to be in any particular order or color. This is just the way I've done a few of them. Take these 2 and put them together like that. And then take the one with 1 leaf and just add that to the group. We're keeping it really, really easy. And then put in a few twists. Don't move your fingers up. You want them to be tight. As it gets really tight, slide down just a tiny bit. And that's it. When you open them up, it looks like that. And the way we're going to make our bonsai look, this is just 2 sets. Look at that. See the curl already? Alright, so let's make one more. We'll do it on the KC Gold. So, again, 1 bicone. I'll slide it all the way down. Pick up your flower, put those 2 in, and slide that down. I tried to turn it so that you don't see the wire. Sometimes I can. It would be perfect with a little round bee, but I don't have any. So we're gonna work with what I've got there. That works for me. And this one I think we'll just do 1 leaf, because looking down I've got plenty with 2 leaves. So we'll put 5 bicones. Like that. And bring it all the way up to your flower. You want it nice and close so the flower doesn't spin around. It'll spin anyway, but once we, oh no, it's not going to spin. If it does spin, don't worry about it. Once we start working with it, it's not going to matter. Just like that. So, before we continue, I want to show you what we're working with, and also to give you some options. So, I put something in the cart, and I put the wrong thing in the cart, and I meant to delete it or put it for save for later, because the project that I wanted to do needed a bigger base. So I got these. There's 2 of them to the set. They're nice. They came filthy, but they were 10 bucks. No, 20 bucks. I'm sorry. But it is really a nice, sturdy item. But I don't have $20. That's okay. If you have a mixing bowl, this would work. I promise. But I don't have any mixing bowls. Okay. Well, let me show you something else that'll work. And this is what I keep my spare extra wire, you know, that I save. It's a canister. This was $5 at Walmart. And I should have cleaned it first, but this is what I use to store my wire that I've used all of making branches. So that, oops, sorry, is another option. The other thing that I got to go with this project, now I know we're getting into a lot of stuff. You don't have to have all this stuff. I happen to have had this. My husband bought this at Home Depot, and I did make a willow using one of these lights, and you can find that in the playlist. And I used a cup, a pen holder that was bought at Staples, a little mesh pen holder, and I made it harder for myself than need be. And it comes with a remote, only one. But the good thing is you can turn it on and off like this. But if you do it like this, you can only keep it on one color. If you turn it on with the remote, you can change the colors. I like the clear, but it comes with green and red and blue. But that's my favorite, and that's what we're going to use. So I was gonna get a mirror for the base, and I'm probably still gonna do that, but I needed something to mount my project on. So I took a piece of plastic that zip ties came in. I kid you not, guys. Use your imagination. And I made this. This is my base. And I made it with those flat glass beads that you get at the dollar store. These. I might use some more of these. I don't know yet. We'll see. But anyway, so I used some Aleene's glue. Plastic is still on there. I thought I could just peel it off. I can't. But just to give you a little idea. Oops, let me put my light on first. And you can do it up high. See, this is another thing that's really good about it. You can make the color more intense. You can set it on a timer, which I still like the clear. And I do have an idea for this. So, this is what we're looking at to put our tree in. And that is 4 by 4. So we're making probably the smallest little tree that I've ever made. Okay, now let's get busy. I am going to do this in a bigger vase with aluminum wire because I have fallen in love with bonsai. Especially the ones that I made on the big, oh, I can't think of it. Polka dot. I don't know. Donna will fix it. On a whim, I see something shiny and I forget what I'm doing. All right, so we're going to make it like that because we can only make it 4 inches, not even 4 inches high, because this takes away. Let's just put some more together. I've already got one, so now we need a partner for that one. So we'll take a pink one, and we'll take a red one. Just put them together. You don't have to get fancy. Here's another one with just one leaf. And just, they're not all the same height. That's cool. It doesn't matter. But I think I would like the pink to be in the middle of the 2 red. And then when you do that, just grab onto them and put in some twists like that. And now I'm going to let it get curly by not moving my fingers, just by over twisting the branch, and then just help it out. Give it a little bend. And then another twirl. And here we have the beginning of my interpretation of a bonsai. Do I overdo it? It's my tree. You do your tree however you want. Don't ever think you can't do it, because you can. And with aluminum, I would have used 20 gauge wire, and it would have worked out very nice. Now what we're going to do, take another one. How many do I have on this one? Oh, it doesn't matter. You can add this one on. I'm just going to bring it up. I don't know if I want to make it wider. Let's make this one a little longer. And then we'll give it extra bends. See, I can do that because I cut these wires too long, because I did not realize that I got the vase that I didn't want. But it gave me the idea to do this to show you. That scares me all the time. If you didn't hear that, I always think it's my cat. It's an air freshener thing that my husband got, and it goes off automatically, and it gives me the jumps every time it goes off. Okay, now we'll add them. I'm just gonna, we can mess around with it later. I want it like that. I don't know yet. Let's make another. I got one. So let's grab a pink, a red, And do I have another single? I have a red single, so we'll put the red at the top, and then the pink, and then the red, like that. I hope I'm staying right where my hands need to be. I'm not sitting, I'm standing, but I keep forgetting to look over. Okay, so now, and you know, you can always use a tool if you have a hard time to get a bend in. I'm going to use round nose pliers just to hold it, and you can just bring it right around like that. See, it's putting in a nice bend, right like that. And then you can change the direction of your bend. Bring this one forward. Now you've got a nice little loop going. I don't want to over twist it because it's going to get harder to twist once we add them to another branch. And we are going to put lots of bends in these wires. Okay, so now we've got two together. Let's put these two together. And then I think we have enough for one big one, or 1.5. I'm not making any more wires up. I mean, any more flowers. No. We'll work with what we have. We only have a 4-inch cube. It'll work. It'll be pretty. Okay. So now I have to decide, do I want one tree, like one, instead of adding on, and just have it come up, or do I want several coming out? Let's put the last one together, and then I'll figure it out. Oh, I already have that one twisted. Okay. And I don't have a single. That's all right. You can use that. We'll even add another one. How's that? We're going to use them all. Let no wire get unused. I could have twisted these out a lot more with different lengths on each, but I didn't think of it until just now. It's okay, because we're going to pull them all out, separate them. And put some lower. If you have to add a few twists in, you can do that. But we're going to put bends with our pliers or our fingers. Whatever works. It'll be beautiful no matter what. Okay, well, that one can come out a little lower. Actually, this can go low, and this one's longer, so we can make that go up higher. See? That looks pretty. To me, it looks pretty. All right, we still have one. What are we going to do with you? We're going to save you. All right, let's start putting this together. I think I want this one to be the top. So I'll put that one on next. And then we'll build down as we go. Now it's going to get a little bit tricky to twist them together, but I think I got it so far. But I am prepared for when I can't do it. I've got my tools ready. I do have a project to share with you. I haven't really been filming, and I didn't film this one, but if you've been here for a while, I bought a charm, and I think I got it on Etsy, I think. It's a little girl in a sling. It was like 20 bucks, but it came with a sterling silver chain, and the little girl in the swing is stainless steel. And I just never had a tree for for her that I thought she would look pretty in. So I had her just stuck up with the tack on my workspace board. And I finally put her in a tree. And I think it came out kind of alright. Okay, now let's see. See if we can pull that down. There we go. It doesn't matter, because if it doesn't work out in my space, I can always adjust it. I should have my little vase here, but I don't. I think I want to add this to this one. See, look at that. How long? We are at 20 minutes. I have chit-chatted, showed you, ouch, that was my wrist, what the plan is for this little tree, and how hard it wasn't to make these branches. Like I said, when I do the next one, it will be with the aluminum wire. This one here, I had a lot of wire cut, and then just like some that is like almost gone, so I just use it up. Let's get this going a little bit. We have to be careful about the height of our tree. So now we have to call on this. Oh, we still have plenty of space. We're doing good. We can go higher. And then if it goes too high, then we grab a tool and make more bends to make it low. That's what I like about working with these. Like with a bonsai, you can just shape it however you want and put it on whatever you want. Oh, speaking of that, years ago I used to work with seashells and put them around mirrors with a frame and just stuff like that. Well, I don't work with them anymore, but my husband thought it would be fun to buy frozen scallops. They weren't great. They were kind of gross, but look, they came 6, and out of 6, I've got 5 shells, and if you shellac them or, you know, put something on them, they look really pretty. So maybe we'll do something with shells. Okay, I'll be quiet. Just get this last one. I don't know where we're going to put it yet. And then we're going to work on this. I'm going to open this up. I know this one here can separate a little bit more. I think we're going to add it. See, the most fun part about the bonsai for me is getting all the loops in the wire. So I want to have some fun with the base. It's all about the base. I'm not that old, guys. If you picked up on it, I don't even know. Okay, let's see. Let's put these two together, like that. Nothing fancy. The fancy will come when we start twisting them all together and get extra with the roots. Like right now, just twist it until it gets real tight, and then just help it bend it a little bit more. So this one here can go high and low, and we have plenty of length. Let's see if we have plenty of strength. I don't know. We'll see. So far, we're good. Can't hold on to it though. There you go, there's another little loop. Kind of reminds me of like a spiral staircase. How's that? That's pretty. Now, let's see what we're going to do. How about if we put it in here, and then we'll get really fancy with the roots. We'll separate them, and then we're going to make something beautiful happen with this. Right now it doesn't look too much like anything. Just want to check my height, which really won't matter because I can always push it down and pull it out. But I do want to twist right here, and I don't know if I can. Okay, I can. It's not ideal. There we go. Actually, it's not that bad. Except for my wrists are cracking. Alright. I don't want it to be too cluttered because I want to be able to see all these pretty bends. Look at that. What do you think? I've always wondered if I could make a bonsai in a hoop. Anybody ever do that or think about that? Maybe we'll try. I also found in my little collection, I've been going through stuff, and I found one of those little heart shapes that I worked on a long time ago, and they're in my Etsy. But anyway, this one here has a little bend. Not a bend, it's just not perfect, but I found the perfect thing to do with it. I'm going to make my tree around the shape of the heart and add dangles everywhere. I think that I can do that. I think I can do that. I really do. Why can't I separate you? These are two separate branches. There we go. Nope. I can't separate it. I twisted them in with this red one, I think. My goodness. All right. There. Now it's separated a little bit. Good enough. This one, I don't want to separate too much, but I would like it a little high and a little low. Maybe like that. We can get back to that later. Okay, let's play with the roots. Twist these a little bit. I want to make a nice bend like that. I'll separate them. If I think I need more, I can add more in. I showed you how to do that. You might have to, I don't know yet. I don't want to get too wrapped up in the roots because I want to be able to set that on my base. Oops, got pokey wires coming through. And just twist them in. And they'll get wrapped up in a loop. Like that. Well, let's try this one. Yeah, now my wrist won't crack. Oh, there's a pokey wire. Oops, it's my wrist. Sorry, guys. All right. This is going to be pretty. It is easy. I should have done it yesterday, but I was so busy with the big tree. I need some coffee. If I was sitting down, I'd be in focus, which is odd because for years I've had to stand. Now that I don't have to, I keep pulling back, and I don't mean to. I'm sorry. I hope you can see my hands. Let's separate these. Very pokey. See, I'm just trying to get as many bends because I like the bends. And then we're going to work with the base. I will use probably wire to hold it down, to glue. I don't use rubber bands anymore. I just find it easier with the wire because I can tighten it up. I'll show you. Alright, roots, I need more beauty than that. I need to have more bends and twists. I might have to pull this over a little bit. I'm trying to figure out the best way to display all of there, maybe like that. Now, the time of truth will come in a minute. I know it has to be like that. And the thing about these lights, right, they're really cool. Let's see. They come like this. And they come with batteries too. I know that they have them on Amazon. I did put them in the Amazon cart in the playlist. And then it just goes like that. So you peel this off and then stick it, if you want to use one, like I do, to the top of your base. But when you want to change your battery, look at that. And then it just goes right back on. Okay, let's see if this is going to fit. I don't want to scratch up my glass. I'm going to sit down. Okay. This is going to be a lower because you can barely see it because of the light. I can do it without the light, but I want the light. So that means I have to bring this down more. Or use the other vase without the light. Another thing, this is really thick. I did 2 layers of those beads. I might just change my base. Let's see. I could do it without the light, but I really do like the light. Without the light, I could make it stand up taller, and it would look like that. But that's what I have for you guys. I'm going to finish this project, and I'm going to use the one with the light. We're going to work on the roots, but I am going to get a taller base. I mean, not base. Vase. Or, display thing, something with a cover on it. But I just wanted to show you that you can make something with this. Something small. Actually, let's just... Oh, my phone's gonna blow up. It's about that time. Yeah, now if you have a mixing bowl, oh, that looks pretty. That would look pretty on a mirror. Oh, if you can see that. I'm gonna try and make it so that you can see how it would look if you had it like in something this size. This is just one of the bowls that came in a mixing bowl. How can I hold this so that you can see? It's an idea. Was it perfect? It doesn't look bad. It looks dark. Okay. I'm going to work on these roots and then figure out what I'm going to do with this piece. I do like it. I like all the little bends in it. The curls. I had to check that phone. I did all the hard bending with my hands, but these I don't want to get poked. I'm not going to leave them too long. I'm going to cut and curl. I think I'm gonna, I don't know if this is a hit or a miss. I like the project. I like the tree. I don't like that that's a 4-inch. If it was a 6-inch, it would have worked out better. Who knows, maybe I'll use the bowl. I might do that. And then put it on a base, on a mirror. I'm lifting my tree back up because I am not smashing it down for that little vase. No, no. I don't want to crush it. Either I'll find a different cover for it. I really do want to put a cover on it. It will keep it from being dusty. Plus with the light, I think it looks really pretty. So I came across a piece that I had hanging on my board for, I don't know, 3 years now, and it was really, really, really dusty. So what I did is I filled a bowl with warm, soapy Dawn dish liquid in water, warm water. And I took my piece and put it in and swished it around. And then I have this rubber, I think it was supposed to be to clean your face. It's like silicone, has like little nubby things on it. I wouldn't use a brush, that's for sure. I don't want to scratch my stuff. But anyway, I just kind of gently rubbed that over it. And then I rinsed it again in the bowl. And then I let the water get really hot and rinsed it out. And then I immediately dried it with a paper towel and used my hairdryer on high to dry it. And let me tell you what, it is absolutely as beautiful today as it was 3 years ago. So you can clean your work. If it gets dusty, don't be afraid. Just make sure that you dry it. I don't suggest these things for outdoors. aluminum you can put outdoors. I still, well, believe me, if I didn't live where I live, if I lived where I had a yard and trees and stuff like that, I would have a little table and maybe a little fire pit, a couple of chairs, and hang these from trees with wind chimes. Even if I had a balcony, I would make it beautiful. Gotta remember to surround yourself with stuff that you love and that you just are passionate with. If making trees are your passion, surround yourself with the stuff you love. Even though I can't hang them because of my wonderful cats that I love more than anything in the world, I still have my stuff hanging all around in my workspace. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I am going to let you go. I'm going to wire this down, and maybe I'll come back. I don't want to make two parts.